yeah, just looking to collaborate a little bit more with other creators this season as well, more than I've ever done before. Because obviously before, used to do a little bits, but I'm really focusing on collaborating as much as I can. So yeah, that's what I do really. Just keep consistent as much as I can.
What's your hopes for Huddersfield Town this season? Obviously, as your Huddersfield Town content creator.
Yeah, obviously, for me, well, it's a no-brainer. We have to get back up to the championship. So for me, automatic promotion is certainly the goal that I'm looking for us this season.
Obviously, both of us are on equal points, and we see each other in just over a month. How do you
Yeah.
reckon? Obviously, it's still quite a long way away, but how do you think your players will get ready for that?
Yeah, obviously it's good. Well, at the moment, I would probably edge you to win that game based on our away form at the moment, but it can soon change. Obviously, there's still quite obviously it's over a month away, isn't it now? So still
Yeah.
plenty of time to sort out that away form for us. But yeah, it'll be a good game. We haven't played each other for a while, so I'm sure it'll be a good game. And it's always tricky coming to your place to play. Obviously, always yeah, really tricky place to get a result from, but. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but it should be a good game for me.
Yeah, obviously, I've been up to the John Smith Stadium when you guys beat us in the playoff final.
Oh yeah,
It was a very hard watch, and then obviously you guys had a little pitch invasion, which shattered a 14-year-old me. I don't think any of us spoke on the way back down on the coach, so it's a tough one. Obviously, when the stakes are that high,
very
you got to be
emotional.
up for it. Yeah,
Emotions run high, and I think to be fair, like I think it was both sets of supporters really. I know what you're saying, but I think both sets of supporters.
yeah,
But I think there were reports of some of your fans maybe, engaged, trying to just agitate things as well as obviously our fans do the
yeah,
same. So I don't think it was just our side that it was coming from. I think it was your side as well. But it's
yeah.
emotional sport. Obviously, there's a lot at stake in that game, and yeah, things happen. But yeah,
I mean, if I'm honest, like it's such an early stage this season. Obviously,
yeah,
we're just got into September, and obviously the transfer window has officially shut about 3 days ago of us going live. I mean, we've made 14 new signs. I think we've had a quite far outlook on this. I mean, we've brought in people from across the pond in a sense of like different countries,
yeah.
and obviously kept it local. I mean, how do you think you've obviously done this transfer window?
Yeah, look, our transfer window has just been amazing. What we've seen in the past with ourselves is that we've just been given false promises every single summer, and the
Mm,
recruitment that we've shown before as well with Mark Cartwright, the sporting director, who got sacked in April, and now it's all of a sudden improved. All of a sudden, surprise, surprise. But yeah, the recruitment has been shocking for ages at this football club, and now this summer we started to change, and we brought in 14 new players. Very much so full of experience in that, but also some youngsters. Obviously, we've got some good loans in, from likes of Chelsea. Obviously, Leo Casablanca from Chelsea, Josh Feeney from Aston Villa, as well as Redmond, who we just signed on deadline day, a forward from Aston Villa, who only moved there in the summer. So, and Will Alves from Leicester City, another young player. So I've loved the recruitment we've shown. Really, we've got championship. Actually got signed championship players. You likes your Ledsons,
yeah,
Harness. Joe Lowe was fantastic for Wickham. Previous season, last season especially. So Owen Goodman as well. We signed on loan from Crystal
yeah.
Palace as well. So another goalkeeper. Lyndon Gooch, Alfie May, obviously for big money as well. So
Yeah.
yeah, I've really been impressed, and I've given I've given our window a 9 out of 10. That's how well I think we've done.
I mean, now look, we'll start on the transfers. Obviously, starting with some Championship clubs and mainly going into the League One, which we obviously base because we're all in League One.
Yeah,
Starting off with Sheffield United. Tough start to the season, you must say. very, very tough for them. They haven't got a single point, and it's literally them rock bottom. Then it is their rival Sheffield Wednesday. What do you reckon Sales will be saying to players or trying to work something out? What do you think
Yeah,
is the problem?
I just don't think they've covered for the players they've lost, unfortunately. And I know that's easier said than done, but I think maybe the recruitment hasn't been the best, which is obviously seeing them struggle a little bit. Ruben Sellers, obviously new manager, but I don't know. I don't really know what's going on there, to be honest with you, because they usually do well. They're not good enough for the Premier League, but they're too good for the Championship, and that's happened repeatedly, hasn't it, over the years. But now things have started out slowly. Yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? For them. But yeah, it's hard to. I think it's recruitment really mostly, isn't it? And just not gelling with each of the players that they maybe have brought in haven't
Yeah.
really gelled yet. So yeah, but I'm not sure.
I mean, obviously they've made some deadline day signings. Obviously Ben Mee, I think he was at Brentford.
But that's a good
Um,
signing. Yeah,
yeah, I think that's a very good signing,
yeah.
seeing what he's done in the Premier League.
I didn't know that. Yeah, yeah.
Obviously they've bought off Mark McGuinness from Luton. The transfer fee we still do not know, but it may be estimated around 5 million. So they've got half of what we bought from Cardiff last season. Moving on, then obviously Tafik Tanganga from Millwall. I think a couple of days after they even played them, for an estimated 9 million.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they've got Tatif Chong, also another Luton player that's gone. They've brought in Danny Ings from West Ham. That's another good signing for experience. Tom Cannon's come back from loan from last season at Stoke, and I believe someone else. I don't know who. Ex-Luton player Chidoze Ogbene. He was at Ipswich last season when he sadly tore his ACL about this time last year, so he was out for pretty much all the season.
They have made quite a number of new signings
Yeah.
recently. Maybe that might help them. Obviously, they've signed. I don't know if you know him, but obviously Alex Matos, who obviously was with ourselves not so long ago from Chelsea. So they've signed him permanently. They signed him permanently, but it was a loan for us. And yeah, obviously he should add something to the midfield. So yeah, really good signings. So maybe they'll start to pick up. Sometimes, you know what I mean, when you do get relegated, it can maybe take a bit of time to find your rhythm again after a big blow. Obviously, getting relegated, it's not nice, is it? And you know what I mean? That's how it is. Sometimes it takes time. But now it's not impossible to turn it around because it only takes a couple of results and then you're up there again. So yeah, that's interesting to see how they do, really, isn't it?
I mean, Louis Barry, he joined from Hull, wasn't it? He went on loan to Hull, and then he joined Sheffield United during the window. Obviously, ex Aston Villa man.
Yeah.
I mean, on FIFA, we're doing a FIFA reference. He was wicked. The amount of evolutions you could do to him, impeccable. But he's different. He's everybody was hyping around him, and he hasn't performed yet. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Obviously, maybe he just needs time. Obviously, he's been in the academy. He's gone through the ranks at Aston Villa. Then he's obviously done his loans. I think it was at Stockport when he was absolutely electric at Stockport. Got
Yeah,
them promoted.
I was just gonna say at Stockport it was really, really good, and obviously it will take adjusting for him because obviously it's a step up from League One where he was to the champion. I know he was at Aston Villa, but he barely played for them, so it's a step up from the League One to Championship. So yeah, it'll take time, but he's a really quality player. I think he will come good, to be honest with you, in time.
Yeah, and also one other signing for him is Alex Matos.
That's that's what I kind of just said a minute ago. Yeah, but yeah, obviously he was
I don't
on
know who
loan.
he is.
He was on
He
loan
was on
from.
loan for you.
Yeah. He's come from Chelsea, and yeah, he's a really, really good. I love him. He gets stuck in, but also he's got a good eye for a pass as well in that midfield.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I think he's
I
quality.
mean, his current market value He's a million. Obviously, he went on loan to you, then went back to Chelsea, then went to Oxford,
Yeah,
and now
Oxford.
he's
Yeah,
landing.
that's
Yeah,
right.
now he's landed himself at Sheffield United, and he actually has. He actually is just born up the road in Bedford. The more you know. He's Ghanaian and English. Um, but yeah, he's born in Bedford, so he's not too far away from me.
All right.
Right, moving on. Birmingham City. I haven't seen a lot of their signings, but one of them is Patrick Roberts of Sunderland AFC. Well, formerly Sunderland AFC. How do you think Patrick will do? Obviously, he got promotion with Sunderland last season, and obviously he's taken the step back down. What do you think about
Yeah, obviously this is obviously a loan, isn't it? So look, clearly he wasn't going to be playing much for Sunderland, so that's why he's decided, you know what, let's go back down, go back down a league again, and play try and get a regular spot. Yeah, obviously very good winger. I'm sure he will offer them something and really have a strong season. But he's a good player. But
that?
like I said, you can't blame him for going out on. I know it's a drop down, but if you're not playing at Sunderland, you might as well go. If you're not playing, I know
Yeah,
it's Premier League, but if you're not playing, then too many players nowadays are just happy to sit on the bench and not bothered about if they're playing or not. But fair play to him, he wants to get out there and get playing again. So yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good move for him.
I think obviously he's got the experience. I mean, his first season was 10 years ago.
Yeah, yeah,
He obviously joined on deadline day at Birmingham, and obviously had quite a lot of support. A lot of the Sunderland fans didn't want him to leave because obviously he's done so much. I believe he joined when they were in the summer of 22 from Manchester City, and he got promotion with them from League One to the Championship, and obviously got promotion last season. But obviously, I do think he knows himself that he won't get into that side. I mean, obviously, look at Isidore, who's joined to
yeah.
Sunderland. He's already bagging in goals. But obviously, he's a right wing. He's obviously going to get contested with some young protege. He's 28, so he's more on the experienced
It's a good
side.
age. It's a good
Yeah,
age,
it's
that
it's
28.
a
You're
good
in your
age.
prime there. You're basically,
Yeah.
26, 27. Yeah, 28. I think you're in your prime at 28, personally. So,
Right, moving on. We're going to skip a few clubs. Charlton Athletic.
oh yeah.
Some,
More
so
to
of, or we like to call it Luton Athletic. Obviously, a couple of reasons why. But starting off, they've got a new main man in goal of Thomas Kaminski, formerly at Luton Town. How do you think he'll do in the Championship with a new club?
Yeah, I think he'll do really well. To be honest with you, I think from what I've seen of him, I think he's quite a reliable keeper. Um, and yeah, obviously, yeah. So I think it's a good signing for them. To be honest with you, I think he's a good player, good keeper.
Obviously, we got him from Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah,
Team was skipped. Played in the Premier League. I think it was Golden Glove of the season or Save of the Month. But yeah, obviously quite gutted when he left. But I do think Keeley is another level. He is absolutely amazing.
yeah.
Moving on, ex-Luton player James Bree, who signed from Southampton. Obviously left in the 2021 campaign under Nathan Jones to go to the then Premier League side before they got relegated on the one of the least points ever recorded. How do you think James Bree will do? Obviously, he's got that Premier League experience and obviously Champions League experience.
Yeah, no, I think. Well, obviously he moved to Southampton, but I don't know how much did he play much at Southampton when they were in Because I don't think he played that much.
Quite a bit, but it
Or did
was
he?
the only issue was he did have some injuries, so that did
Uh,
target him from
yeah,
playing.
I mean, look, obviously he's got something about him, and it clearly didn't work out at Southampton. So yeah,
Mm.
no, I think again. to come back down to the Championship. I bet he's going to do very well if he can keep injury free as well, and then even better. But yeah, they've got a good player got on their hands there for sure.
Obviously, you'll find out why we call it Luton Athletic. Two signings from Luton just in the defence, and well, three in the back line of Reece Burke and Amari Bell. Amari Bell obviously left, I think, as a free agent, and Reece Burke obviously left about halfway through the window. How do you think they'll perform? Obviously, with Prem experience.
Yeah, I think obviously having that experience is always important, having you signing it. Obviously, these two certainly add that. I think Reece Burke, obviously a tall physical presence at the back, need those kind of defenders back for you. And obviously, Amari Bell, obviously, from what I remember, I think he's quite an attacking player, into fullback, but obviously he's all right. He's good defensively as well. But yeah, so again, another outlet down that right hand side in the fullback position. Sure, both of them will do very, very well.
Obviously, some more transfers, and there's Zach Mitchell, who came from Kilmarnock.
Don't know who that is.
I think on a loan. James Bree obviously went from Southampton. Roy Rakin Costello came from Blackburn Rovers. Our right back. Obviously, I think there will be quite a lot of competition for that right back spot. They've got four players who can play right back. And then obviously Sonny Carey, who joined from Blackpool. That's a decent signing of only 750k. Luke Berry obviously joined last season from Luton when we got relegated from the Premier League. Harvey Nibbs from Reading.
Quality player. He was the best. But you know him last season in League One. He was just absolutely brilliant for Reading, and obviously nearly got them in the playoffs, didn't he? Obviously, but with his goal contributions to 2 million, about how much? About 1.5 million pounds did he go for? Roundabout.
I mean, right now, his market value is 700k. No clue how. Maybe they increased that, obviously.
But
Tyrese, he's a very attacking midfielder, isn't
he? Yeah, and also they signed, I don't know if you've seen it, but signed that Rob Apter from Blackpool, another good winger.
Yeah, Rob Apter, 20
very good,
years
very,
old
very
as well.
good. He was top for Blackpool last season. Really, really good player. And then they also got Charlie Kelman as well, haven't they? So
They he obviously left Leyton Orient last season, joined QPR, and now has landed at fellow Championship club QPR, but was put on loan. I don't know why they've done that. Maybe to get him up to speed with a half-season loan deal, obviously. But he's obviously landed himself at Charlton for half a season or even a full season. And finally, Tanto Alufe from Stockport, 500k. Don't know a lot about him, but apparently he's very, very decent up top. And obviously they've got the good old Matty Gooden, who's 34 with that experience. Obviously the 16th. Where do you think Charlton with their recruitment will finish the season?
Well, they've made a lot of good signings, haven't they? So I think they'll be. It's so hard, isn't it, to predict the Championship?
Yeah, it is.
It's very competitive. I think the Championship's the best league ever, really, for me.
Yeah,
better than the Premier League, no doubt about it. Look, I think it's hard to tell at this stage, isn't it? But I think they have the recruitment. You can't fault it. So I think if they all gel together, which I'm sure they will, then they might actually be potentially in the top half of the table. But I don't want to say where at this point because, like I said, it just depends if they all gel together. You know what I mean?
Right. So moving on to Coventry City. The signings they've made is obviously Cole Rushworth from Brighton as a loan transfer. Aston Villa's young Kane Kaiser-Hayden for 4 million permanent. Miguel Angel Brau, free transfer from Granada. Obviously, he's got that experience in the foreign leagues. Carl Rushworth, I've just said. Luke Wolfenden from Ipswich, who had a bit of Premier experience last season. Norman Bassate, Belgian, who was at Stade Reims. He's on a loan deal. Brad Collins, another one. He's got a loan deal to Burton, and another loan deal for Rafael Borges Rodriguez from Wigan. Obviously, these are the players that came in, and obviously, quite shocking. Their captain Ben Sheaf has gone and joined fellow Championship club Wrexham. How
Yeah.
do you think they obviously find a replacement for that?
I mean, look, obviously, it's a bit of a big blow for them. Really. Look, I think what you can't. I don't think you can find a like for like replacement. What you can do is you can either give a player that was already there the opportunity to shine, or you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. So yeah, I just think you just have to. These opportunities for people now to step up. So yeah, look, Coventry are a good side for me. I think they're a very been unfortunate the last couple of years really to not get to the Premier League, because they've come close. You know what I mean, and they have got a
Obviously
good
against
squad there.
us, yeah.
So I
Obviously
do feel
against
a bit
us,
sorry for them a little bit
yeah.
because I think they deserved. Last season they came close as well. So I just think, yeah, look, they've brought players in. If players don't want to be at the club, then you're best letting go, and that's what I always say. So clearly, captain or not, I'm sure the life goes on. So look, I'm sure they'll be fine.
And also one of their other players, Lewis Binks, has joined Brøndby IF in the Danish league for 3
Wow,
million.
that
Don't know what that move's all about, but
strange, yeah, strange move.
yeah, strange move. Maybe it's for the best. Who knows? But that is it for Coventry City. Moving on to Derby County. Wow, they have had quite a mess start, but may I add, Carlton Morris has taken it by storm. He has taken it by storm by scoring one goal every game this season. Apparently, we still don't know what the transfer fee was, but his transfer estimated price is 5.5 million euros.
Yeah.
So take that what you want. People coming in, top arrivals. Where do I start? Honestly, Bobby Clark. What a player! What a player! And I was very confused why he's gone to Derby, but wow, what a signing! What do you think about Bobby Clark? Obviously, Liverpool protege, played quite a bit for Liverpool before going to Salzburg.
Yeah, obviously. Well, this is only a loan, isn't it? So it's not like he's moved permanently to
Yeah,
that. But yeah, obviously, clearly, Salzburg, obviously, still quite young as well, isn't he, Bobby Clark? So, you know what I mean? Maybe Salzburg just wanting to. He's not going to play much for them, so they thought, let's loan him out. And look, the Championship is a very, very good league to go and learn your game in, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I think it's a very good move for both parties, I think. I think he will come back to them a good player, and Derby will have got a good player for the season as well. So, yeah, I like that sign. I think it's a really clever signing that they've managed to pull off there.
another one from all the way from the United States of America, Patrick Amiyang from Charlotte for £6.9 million. I don't
Wow.
know a lot about him, but they have spent big. Apparently, top arrivals is Ben Brenton Diaz, who's joined Derby from apparently Southampton. So that's a
Yeah.
loan as
Oh,
well. And obviously, Sheffield United ex-player Ryan Brewster has
yeah.
joined.
Yeah. Yeah, a few good signings there. Look, experience. Look, obviously Diaz. Obviously, yeah. Look, he's struggled, hasn't he, since he's moved? He's not really since he's moved from Blackburn. I think he really struggled in it, and then obviously went to Southampton.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out there, so he's got another loan. Ryan Brewster, look, again, didn't really work out for him at Sheffield United, did it? It was very, very underwhelming, especially for, you know what I mean? Did he come in for quite a big fee as well when he signed for Sheffield United? I might remember.
Brenton Diaz. I'll check. I'll check for. I'll check.
No one about Brewster. Not
Oh, Brewster.
yeah,
Let me have a little look about Brewster. When he joined, it was an estimated 26 million. Wow.
what to Sheffield? I don't think it was that much to Sheffield
It
United.
says here season 20 to 21, Liverpool under 23 to Sheffield United. Market value was 5.4 million, but it says 26 million. And then he left Sheffield United for 3.5 million for a market value, but he's
No,
on
no,
free
no,
transfer.
let me just have a look here. My goodness, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my word!
Wow.
Wow. So he's done the free. So how much of a loss of this? It's been such a big loss there. So yeah,
That
that
is
is
a massive
a
loss. That is a massive loss.
disaster.
Obviously Derby were trying to survive. I mean, where do you think they'll obviously finish? Because obviously they've been in the league since what, 2 years ago, 23.
Yeah.
How do you think they'll play out?
I mean, for me, look, they've. It looks like they're going to really struggle again this season. For me, I don't really think they've ever gone anywhere really in that league, and I know they've signed some good players. Don't get me wrong, but I think they might have I don't think they're going to go down, but I think they're going to have a mid-table finish, in my opinion. I think.
Hopefully better than last season.
Yeah.
Moving on, we can skip Hull City and go to the two newly relegated sides of Ipswich Town and Leicester. Just looking down here, obviously the rivals, Sandy Valley Ugly. I don't know where the hell he's come from. This is FCN. I got only guess where that is. But it was for 20 million.
Wow, that's euros. I don't know how much that's in pounds, but yeah.
Around about 15 million,
Okay.
roughly, I think. And then Casey Acter, like,
A lot of
he's
money.
come in for
Yeah.
just under 14 million euros. They've got back. I think it's a CDM of Jens Castiste from Napoli. Obviously, has that experience of winning things. Obviously at Napoli. Obviously when they won last year. Moving on, Azur Matawassa from Lens in the French State Rennes in the French league, for 11.5 million euros, and obviously Nunes, big signing. This is a very controversial one. Very controversial. Ex Norwich player, so he's obviously gone to the blue side of East Anglia.
Oh yeah, that is controversial. Yeah. Oh wow.
Very, very interesting for that. And obviously
Wow.
the top departures on deadline days are Mari Hutchinson,
Yeah.
a fellow Hutchinson, going to Nottingham Forest of an estimated 43 million euro. And obviously earlier in the window, Liam Delap to Chelsea for 35.5 million euros. So them two, what do you think they'll obviously do at their new clubs? Obviously starting off with Mari Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hutchinson's an absolute baller in my opinion. I like him. I like his game. He's not scared. He's proper. So creative and quick and a lot of skillful as well. So I think Hutchinson deserved his move back to the Premier League, and I think he'll do very, very well once he settles in there, in my opinion. Delap obviously has already got injured. I need Delap, but yeah, obviously you know what you're going to get with Delap. Obviously, you will get, if you get some chances, he'll score for you. So yeah, they've got a good player there, but like I say, he's already injured. But yeah, so they've lost quite a few good players, but I like the way they've recruited players in as well, Ipswich, and yes, no wonder they are one of the favourites to go back up again.
Obviously, Liam Delap's already injured. If some of you don't know, he did his hamstring. He looked like he did his hamstring last game. Obviously, we do wish him a speedy recovery if it is that bad. Obviously, to Jose Ogbene, obviously has gone to Sheffield United on loan, and Connor Chaplin as their backup striker has gone to Pompey on loan. And that is nigh on everything for Ipswich. A fellow newly relegated side, Leicester City now. Let's see what they've done. Top arrivals have been Aaron Ramsey from Burnley on loan, Jordan James from State Rennes, Asmir Begovic. That is a name that we don't hear every day, do we?
No.
Very, very experienced goalkeeper. I think he's nearly 36. He could be my father. Will Alves, we don't know the transfer fee, and Julian Carenza from Feyenoord has joined. And then the top departures, a loan deal for Bilal El Kanous for 3 million to Stuttgart. Wilfred Ndidi to Besiktas in the Turkish league for 8 million. Obviously, we just covered Casey McAteer to go to Ipswich. Mads Hermansen, the goalkeeper, who's had an absolute stinker so far this season, to West Ham for 20 million. And ex-Luton player, ex-Luton Academy protege, James Justin has left Leicester City to go to Leeds for 9 million euros. Obviously, they've been relegated, but they've obviously started the season very strong on 9 points. Obviously, a win away from Middlesbrough, who are absolutely flying. Obviously, we'll go into Middlesbrough in a moment. What's your thoughts on Leicester, and can they get straight back up?
Yeah, for me, I think if you look at their business so far, I don't really think all their signings have either been loans or free transfers. So I don't really think they've utilised the money that they've got well. They've come down from the Premier League, so they should have some money available. So I think there's been a lot of talk around Leicester actually about the fact that their fans are obviously happy with how much money is actually being spent. You know what I mean? Because when you lose as much quality as you lose, you know, you need to really spend that money wisely. And I just don't think they have done. Look, I think Leicester do need to be up there. So they've got a very good manager as well, and I just think, yeah, but the recruitment hasn't been the best. So is that going to cost them here? You know, and that's my kind of thinking behind it. They'll be up there for sure. They'll be up there, but are they going to be able to go automatically with that squad they've got after losing quite a few number of key players? I don't know.
Absolutely.
So we'll see. But yeah, a bit 50-50 with them.
Obviously, moving on to front runners, Middlesbrough. Wow, what a start. What a bloody start. Obviously, Rob Edwards was appointed at the 1st of July, obviously during that window of transfers. Obviously, he was one of the favourites to go to Rangers. I mean, I think luckily he didn't go to Rangers because their state right now is absolutely appalling. But we are not here for the Scottish Premier League. We are here for the EFL. Some signings of interest is Matt Targett from Newcastle. Very good signing on a loan. And obviously Alfie Jones from Hull City. That would be another good signing. Another Charlotte player across the pond of Alderson Malanda for 6.9 million euros. Don't know if I butchered that up. And David Strelick for 7.5 million euros. Obviously, some top departures. I'll get your thoughts on this now. Finn Azaz to Southampton for 14 million euros. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, he absolutely was amazing, wasn't he, for them, obviously, previous seasons. Yeah. So yeah, look, he's got his big move, obviously, and I don't think it's a big move as such. Sorry, because obviously the Southampton the Championship, but you know what I mean. Yeah, he's a good player. That's a big loss to cover there, and yeah, really quality player. So they're going to miss his goals and assists and quality in there, but yeah.
I mean, obviously they started 100%. They haven't lost a single game or drew. Obviously, do you reckon they pick up the pace even more and just go unbeaten the whole entire season, or do you reckon they'll
again, I just think it's too early. I think what you need to do here is the fact is, you judge teams after about 10 games. That's how I see it. You know, they've started very well. fair play to them. But I'm not judging any team at this point in time. You can start well, but you can soon drop off. So for me, that's how I see it. So yeah, look, I judge teams after 10 games. We'll see after 10 games where they are. It's been a good start, but you've got to keep. It's a long season, and you've got to keep consistent. And but I think if you start the season well, it gives you a big confidence boost, doesn't it? So yeah,
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Obviously, now moving on to some other departures of Neto Borges to Bristol City. Don't know a lot about him. He's a left back, so hopefully he does have a successful loan spell at the Bristol City. Obviously, another one, Rav van den Berg. That sounds like an absolute mouthful to say. He's gone to Cologne in the Bundesliga. I believe that's Bundesliga 2. I may be incorrect.
No, it's Bundesliga.
Or is it normal Bundesliga? Yeah. They got promoted, didn't they? Then, and then Josh Coburn to Millwall for 6 million.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, even before going away to Southampton, Azaz scored one and got one assist. But obviously he's moved to Southampton. Obviously, we're going to skip a few now. We're going to go to Millwall. Let's look at some of their signs now. Top arrivals is Will Smallbone to the Den. Obviously, a loan transfer. And then obviously one of our best players, if not the best player on our team, Alfie Doughty. Obviously, we don't know how much he is. And then obviously Josh Coburn, as obviously we just covered him from Middlesbrough. He's obviously joined from Millwall. Fiona Ballo from, I think that's one of the Dutch teams. I think that's Groningen, if I had to guess. FC Groningen in the Eredivisie, and Caleb Taylor from West Bromwich Albion for just under €3 million. And now onto their top departures. I think this one was coming. Zane Fleming, I think that was coming. He went on loan there last season. Obviously, the big one of Tafik Tanganga. Aaron Connolly's free transfer to Leyton Orient, and George Saville, which has obviously joined the Hatters. They've had a decent start to the season on 6 points, but that's not really the start I think Millwall fans would have wanted. We're going to move on to Sheffield United's massive rivals of Sheffield Wednesday, and we'll obviously get the departures in first. Let's change it up. Starting off with Dej Gassama, who's obviously gone to Rangers for €2.5 million. Anthony Masaba's gone to a random club. I have no idea who the hell that is. Stuart Armstrong's been left as a free agent. He hasn't gone to anyone yet. Akin Famo has gone to Hull City, and Royo Hastuse on a free departure. And obviously, one of the best signings, I think, in my opinion, especially for the goalkeeper position there at Sheffield Wednesday, is Ethan Horhath. Ex-Luton man, obviously got his promotion to the Premier League, and then that was on a loan deal. I don't know who that was from, but he obviously joined Cardiff, and then he left this season to go to the Owls. And in his first game, he saved them and beat Leeds in a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best performances that he's done in quite a while.
Yeah, very experienced. And he'll do good for them. And obviously, I know Sheffield Wednesday have had a lot of issues with their owner and off the field stuff as well. And and that's such a sorry state really for them. But hopefully, that owner they do get their owner out, because he's a disgrace. Should never still be allowed to be running that football club the way he's treated the fans and the way he treats whether he's treating the club as well. To be fair, overall. So yeah, very very sad state of affairs there. But yeah, look, very good loan deal for them to bring in him in goal for sure.
And now we're moving on to Swansea.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look. So starting off with some arrivals, obviously. Wait, Manuel Benson has joined. Oh, I didn't know that. Manuel Benson has joined Swansea, apparently, from Burnley on a loan.
Young loan.
I'm confused because he had one of the best Premier League pronunciation posts, which is obviously overnight become an absolute meme and a sensation of a meme. He looks like he was at gunpoint, bless him. He just looked like he wanted to get the hell out of there. But yeah, obviously he's got a loan transfer from top flight Burnley. Obviously another top flight team, obviously with another loan transfer to Swansea. Malik Yalakoué, he's joined from Brighton. A Celtic player called Adam Ida has joined. Still don't know about the fee. And then Zadine Unusa from Hacken. No idea who that team is. I need to get my ball knowledge up a little bit more. And then obviously finally Nottingham Forest, Marco Stemek has joined. And some top departures. They have done terrible with their departures, by the way, may I add. A lot of free transfers. Obviously starting off with Harry Darling to go to the Canaries. Oliver Cooper to go to Wigan. Going on the piss with Jerry H. Come on, Baba John has joined Luton Town. Florian Bianchi Bianchini to Pompey. Makula. How on earth do I say his surname? Makula Karavetic to I think it's Slovakia. Slovian Bratislava.
They released a lot of players, but clearly not in favour. So yeah.
We'll move up. We'll move away from Watford. I don't want to go into depth on Watford. All right, moving on to West Brom. The team that was responsible for putting us down on the final day. So Samuel Elling Jr. has joined on loan from Aston Villa. He's a very good young project that they can do for him. Obviously, he has played a bit with the first team, and obviously mainly around the under 21s and under 23s. Alfie Gilchrist has joined from Chelsea, another young protege. Chris Mepham from Bournemouth.
Good signing.
Une Cabego from Braun for 5.5 million. And Toby Collier on a loan transfer from Manchester United. Some top departures are Tom Fellows from Southampton, Tobin Hagem from Bologna. He's going to go for 7.5 million euros. Daniel Furlong's gone, obviously, and he's joined Ipswich Town. Caleb Taylor's gone to Mill, like I added, and Grady Deringa has left on a free transfer to go to Almeria in the Spanish divisions. And finally, moving on to the fairy tale story of a club of Wrexham AFC.
You're not caught in all that, are you? I'm not.
Oh my God, no shout. Okay, that's happened. No, wow.
Don't want any.
It's like a ex-Luton loanee. Issa Kabore has joined. He was at Benfica.
Yeah.
He was at Luton. He was all over the place. He was in Germany. I don't know, who was it? With someone. He's been everywhere. But he's now landed himself a loan deal at Wrexham AFC. If only we got him. Obviously, Callum Doyle has joined from Manchester City. Nathan Broadhead has joined from Ipswich Town. Ben Sheaf, another crucial signing. And Lewis O'Brien, obviously from Nottingham Forest. That is a very good top 5 arrivals. Honestly, I reckon they do actually come and potentially they have a chance of promotion. They've got obviously the squad depth. They're obviously 15th. Obviously got 4 points from 4 games.
I don't agree with that. I don't think
I
they'll get
reckon.
promoted.
I reckon playoffs. They'll fight for playoffs.
I don't think they will, because at the end of the day, you can sign all the players in the world, but have you seen the way they play? It's all right doing it in
Yeah.
League One, but you're not going to do well in the Championship playing like that, because the Championship, you just get pulled apart at times in that league. So yeah, no, yeah, they've signed a lot of good players, but it doesn't guarantee success. And yeah, I don't think I'm not just saying it because I don't like Wrexham, because I don't particularly like all the razzmatazz with Wrexham. I'm not interested in it all, to be honest with you. But yeah, I don't think they do as well as people will work out. I think they're going to have maybe a mid-table finish, but I don't think they'll do anything else.
Who knows? It is Hollywood at that club. We just don't know what will happen. But some loan deals and transfers of Sal Dalby to Bolton. The main man, Paul Mullen's gone to Wigan on a loan deal. Very interesting to see that. Jack Marriott to Reading, decent player on his day. Sebastian Reeven's gone to Burton. He versed Luton last week. And Thomas O'Connor to Peterborough United. And that is it for the Sky Bet Championship. Moving on to the best league in the world. Moving on to the best league in the world. We have. Who do we start with? We surely have to start with AFC Wimbledon, newly promoted side. So, what do you think about obviously you've versed them, haven't you?
No, we haven't played them yet. No,
You
no.
versed them next week, aren't you?
No. We play Bradford next week. So yeah. No.
Right, okay. So some top of honestly, this guy's been everywhere. Danilo Orsi, for crying out loud. He was at Grimsby, then he went to MK Dons, then he went somewhere else, and now he's landed himself at Burton. And obviously left Burton to go to AFC Wimbledon.
He's a good player. He did well for Burton.
He is quite. Antoine Hackford from Sheffield United for a free transfer. Nathan Bishop from Sunderland. Alistair Smith from Lincoln, free transfer. And Steve Sadon from, I believe, a Scottish team. That's my best guess. It has to be. Yeah, it is.
Motherwell, yeah, Scottish team.
Motherwell, yeah, it's Motherwell. This shocked me. Josh Newell left
Same.
on a free.
Yeah.
May I add, on a free transfer to Bradford. James Tilley also on a free transfer. James Ball to Swindon on a free transfer. Josh Kelly on loan to some random club. And Will Nightingale to Eldershot Town.
Yeah, they've released
another weird, quite an interesting bunch. Moving on to Barnsley at Oakwell. Let's not get into it with Barnsley. Obviously, with you last week.
I love how you reminded me of that. And now we know. I've moved on now. So yeah. Yeah.
They've had a lot of loan deals and loads of low fee signings, and obviously, quite a lot of people have gone on a free or a loan.
Yeah.
Nothing really to cover apart from their league form. So obviously sitting fourth in the League One right now on 13 points out of 18. How do you reckon they perform this season?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you look at what they've been like before, so they tend to be in and around the playoffs. So I expect them to be in that bracket again. I don't think they'll be in the race for automatic, but I do think they'll be in and around those playoff places. That's how I see it.
Right, so obviously we've done Barnsley and AFC Wimbledon. We will skip a few teams until we land ourselves at front runners Cardiff City. So Nathan Trott on a loan transfer from Copenhagen. What a signing, may I add. What a signing. Wow. The amount of things, honestly, wow. Honestly, I can't contradict my words. He's He's one of the best goalkeepers in the league.
How do you, where even was he before he came from?
Copenhagen.
Oh, Copenhagen. All right. Loan as well. So loan, it's not permanent.
Next up, ex-Luton player Gabriel Osho from Ajaxia in the French league. Had a very good season there last season and has joined the Bluebirds for only a single million. It's quite surprising.
That's 500k, isn't it, really? €1 million.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not going to be converting currencies. I think, yeah, it's a good move back to England again. Obviously, not England, technically, it's Wales, but you know what I mean, UK. I've blundered there. But yes, I'll just shut up. Yeah, good signing.
It's a very good signing. And nothing really else apart from Amari Kellyman, who's joined from Chelsea on loan. Joel Cool has come up from the ranks, and so has Dylan Law. Obviously coming through the ranks, and that's really it for them. Going and moving on to one of Huddersfield Town. Ryan, take it away.
I'm here, sorry, I had to recap. My mic died on there. Right, then. So, yeah, look, like I said, been very, very impressed with our business so far. You know, we've really showcased that we're serious about getting automatic this year. Obviously, we started with Ryan Ledson that came in, top championship player from Preston, a really good player, central midfielder. He's actually our captain now as well, so yeah. Marcus Harness, again, the one with championship experience. Jolo did very well with Wickham, so I'm very happy with that one. Great centre-back. Sean Rowan from Lincoln, very good. Played well there. Josh Feeney on loan from Aston Villa, so good luck. You've got to utilise those loan moves in League One. Get some Premier League loans in. It's always good. So, yeah, he looks a good player as well. Another centre-back. Murray Wallace, more for experience than anything, but he's a squad player. Owen Goodman on loan, goalkeeper. I like him. Jack Watmore, centre-back. Really good experience from Preston again. Then Lyndon Gooch, what a player, by the way. I've loved him so far. He's quality. And yes, a fullback, and you know what I mean, very attacking fullback, and really providing an outlet down that right hand side for us. So I've been very impressed with him, and I liked the signing when he first came in anyway. Alfie May for big money, £1.2 million, I believe. And yes, he's done some good stuff for us so far as well. So I'm very, very happy with him coming through the door. Marcus McGuane, who's already got injured, he's a central midfielder, but yeah. Leo Castledine on loan, and from Chelsea. So again, we've had a good partnership with Chelsea over the years, so I'm happy with him. Hopefully he does good stuff for us. Very creative, number 10 attacking player. Will Alves signed on deadline day from Leicester on loan. So again, really good, adding more quality in the final third, which is what we've needed. So yeah, really excited to see him. He did well in the cup during the week, and let's see what he does. And then Redmond from Zepequeno Redmond from Aston Villa, who's only just joined them over the summer, but yeah, he's obviously another young player. Yeah, I'm happy with him. He's a striker, and he can play anywhere in the attacking line, really. And I'm glad with the departures that we've made. We've got rid of a few bad eggs in the dressing room, if you could say. So Brodie Spencer clearly didn't want to be here. Didn't want to be here for a long time because there were reports coming out he'd refused multiple contracts over the past year or so. And we decided to cash in him now. Sober Thomas, a big problem since he joined, his attitude and application. And he was just a nightmare, really, the way he behaved on and off the field, really. Just didn't want a fan. Thought he was bigger than the club, basically. So, yeah, no, I'm not for that. So, good riddance. And then we released a lot of players as well. including our legend, Jonathan Hogg, who I have no bad word to say about that guy. What a legend he is. I just love him. And obviously, I think it was time for him to, I think he's kind of retired now anyway, but I think it was time for him to hang up his boots. But what a servant he was for the football club. Over 10 years service. And yes, Huddersfield Town through and through, that guy. And then the rest of the release players, good riddance to all those rubbish that we had. That's all I'm going to say. So a bit of a long one there, but I'm very happy overall. I rated that out window 9 out of 10. Let's see, we have to deliver now.
And obviously, one other person of Matty Pearson to Doncaster.
Yeah, he was released, but yeah, I'm glad. He's awful. He's lucky to be at this level. For me, he's I think he's a conference player at best. That's how I see it. He's not a very good player.
Obviously, moving on to Luton Town.
Hey.
My team.
Take it away with your analysis of your window.
Right, so 14 new signings, everybody. We've got a total market value of 46 million euros, which is around about 40 million. People that have joined: Josh Keeley from Tottenham Hotspur for 1.15 million euros, which is just under 750k. George Saville, free transfer from Millwall. Hakeem Odoffin from Rotherham, free transfer. Cohen Bremmel from Portsmouth, free transfer. Naki Williams from Bristol City, free transfer. Cal Naismith from Bristol City, free transfer. Jake Richards from Exeter City, free transfer. Jerry Yates, we don't know. Roughly estimated 1 to 2 million. Ali El Hamadi from Ipswich, loan transfer. Shaden Morris from Aberdeen, estimated 750k. Nigel Longwick from Wolves, loan transfer. Ethan Archer, 750k, give it or take. Joseph Gabude from Gillingham, who has joined from around about 300 to 350k. Gideon Kaduda, loan transfer from West Ham. Tom Holmes, Ethan Archer from Cheltenham Town, which is on the loan deal. That is our transfers in. Moving on to the exits. Starting off with one of the most shocking ones and the most annoying ones of Tello Asgard, who's joined Rangers for 4 million euros. Tom Skavinsky, who joined Charlton for 1 million euro. Ben Peppel joined fellow League One side Plymouth Argyle for 350k. Mari Bell, Pellegrino Campanzu and Dion Pereira all went on a free transfer to their respective clubs. Mark McGuinness left on deadline day, estimated 5 to 6 million. Alfie Doughty left for Millwall, estimated 7 to 8 million. Derby County obviously got Carlton Morris for an estimated 2.5 million. Tatuk Chong, still don't know what he's gone for to Sheffield United. Rotherham have obviously got Tom Holmes on loan. Collie Woodrow's left on loan. Jack Walton's left to go to Preston. Daki Hashioka went to Slavia Prague. Reece Burke went to join Charlton Athletic. And who else is there? Tom Lockyer, obviously, is still here, by the way, just to clarify, guys. Victor Moses, Tim Krul, and Jameson Horlick have obviously all been released. And that is everyone that has joined or left Luton Town in the summer transfer window for Luton. Obviously, we sit on the exact same points as Huddersfield Town. Obviously, Matt Bloomfield was appointed in the early part of January, and his contract expires at the end of the season of 2028.
We brought in a new manager as well, Lee Grant. So yeah, very happy with him so far as well. So let's see how he keeps going.
So arrivals and departures, we have had an income of 23 of them.
Wow.
And an expenditure of 20, where we lost 1.1 million euros, but we have gained 4.25 million overall. We have got Plymouth Argyle next up. Obviously, we would have had someone from the likes of Blackpool on the 6th if it was not for the international break of call-ups. So we will face Plymouth Argyle in Sky Bet League One on the 13th of September for a Saturday 3 p.m. kickoff at Kenilworth Road. Looking forward to that, may I add. But we just got to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, we do fight for playoffs or even automatics, but just don't quote us yet because we're absolutely awful when it comes to people saying that we will get promotion. Moving on to Peterborough United. Dead last. But why? I don't really think they should be in that position, really. The manager, he should be getting the boot very, very soon. Starting off with their arrivals, Declan Frith, Harry Leonard, and ex-Luton player Peter Kioso on a loan deal from Oxford United. Do you know anything about Peter Kioso?
Do I know anything about who?
Peter Kioso.
Not really.
That's fine. And obviously some facts. Peterborough United have only scored 2 goals this season. And the only player that's got the assist is Declan Frith on 2.
Oh, God. You look at their outgoings, though. They've let go of some good players, really, and they shouldn't have let them go on freeze. And that's why the downfall is, because they should have got good money for the likes of Poku, who's joined QPR, and Ricky J. Jones, who was a good, decent player.
Yeah, and he's gone to St. Pauli.
So they shouldn't have. The way the club has been run is now costing them ultimately, because they haven't got the money that they should have got for these kind of players, and now they're having to feed off scraps with what they brought in. You know, I'm sorry, I don't know who Declan Frith is. That was 500k, and you've got, you know, so I don't know any of the. So they've not been able to improve the squad from the players they've lost. So they're in the position even worse than what they were last season, which doesn't surprise me in the slightest. And now they're managing under pressure, and he's going to get sacked after we beat them 4-0 at the weekend. There we are.
All right, so very positive from you. I don't disagree with you. You should win it. You should win it on paper. However, someone that has been shocking and has shocked a lot of us, and that is Plymouth Argyle.
Yeah.
Wow. Where do we begin on Plymouth Argyle? What has gone wrong for them?
Utterly dreadful. I mean, they have actually brought in a new striker, which I do like him, obviously from Port Vale. Sorry, I'm overtaking you. I'll let you do it, but yeah, anyway.
What, Lurian Talaji?
Yes, I think he's a very good player. I think he'll score him goals, but obviously it might take him a little bit of time to settle in. Obviously, he's on just moved, so
You'll be surprised how much he went for, actually.
He scored a lot of goals for Port Vale. I know he was a division lower, but he still scored. That's the reason. That was one of the big reasons why Port Vale got promoted, because of how many goals he scored. I think he got 16 goals here last season, something for them.
So obviously they have had quite a bit of transfer business. We're not going to go into too much detail, but we're going to go on what they've done wrong. They've obviously appointed ex-Scunthorpe manager Tom Cleverley after he was sacked. Honestly, this is my personal opinion. You guys can agree or disagree with me, but I don't think any manager over the age of 38 should be a manager. Honestly, obviously they've been ex-players, but they need more experience in lower leagues, in my opinion. But what's gone wrong?
I think what's gone wrong is again they have lost a number of players. I know they lost some players in January, obviously, and they haven't replaced them. And I think another thing is that I think a lot of clubs that come down, I'm not saying it's every team that maybe comes down from Championship, but there's that complacency, isn't there, to think we're coming down now, so we're gonna still be up there no matter what we do in the window or whatever. It doesn't work like that. Football, League One's a slog, League One's hard, and you can't just come down from the Championship and think you're gonna get these points because of that. No, football doesn't work like that. So I think there's a bit of both of where are Plymouth actually going at the moment, because I don't think the board know. I think that it's been very much chop and change, and that's the reason why they're in League One, because of the bad decisions that's been made off the field. That's how I see it, with the chopping and changing and managers, wrong appointment of managers and stuff. bit similar to our situation, really, of why we're in League One as well at the moment. But I don't really know what's gone wrong. The thing is, when you get relegated as well, is because you're on that downward trajectory. You need to start the season well. They haven't done that, so now they've continuously sunk further and further down. So they're in a very bad way, and I don't know how we stop the downward spiral. It's difficult, isn't it, when you've got that downward spiral kind of mentality.
Absolutely. Moving on to Stevenage FC, third year in the Sky Bet League One. Obviously, front runners so far with the likes of Cardiff. So, what's your opinion on that?
Yeah, obviously Stevenage have been one of the most surprised kind of packages early on. I think there's always a team up there, by the way, that surprises. Like last season, it was more like Leyton Orient. Nobody expected Leyton Orient to be around there last season, and they were. So I think maybe, I know it's still early days, and again, I judge teams after 10 games. Keep saying it. But if they keep going, then I think you'll have to start taking them seriously. Really strong start for them, and they've clearly got that good team spirit. And obviously we faced them already, and it was a very tough game against them. We did obviously win, but it was tough. They made it difficult for us, and they've got a fairly decent manager as well. And I think it's just whether they can keep it up now. But they've got some good little players in there, I think, and very effective players as well. So that's how I see Stevenage.
And finally, we're going to skip some more teams. Wycombe Wanderers, the flightless bird that has not taken off. It's the 5th year in League One. What do you think? Obviously, they are 22nd on only 2 points. Well, technically 23rd if you look at it. They've got the exact same goal difference and points to Port Vale. But what's gone wrong for them?
Well, where do I start? I
think we all know one reason.
You know what I'm going to say, don't you?
Yeah,
the downward spiral started when Matt Bloomfield left his football club. That was last season, and they replaced him with a PE teacher who's lucky to be even at this level in League One. And I'm sorry, he's absolutely shocking. He's shown he's not earned the right to still be in that job still. So I don't know what the board are playing at with him. But they also have to look at the recruitment side of things as well. And I look at the recruitment, and so they did lose their star striker in Richard Coney for a big amount of money, and they haven't replaced him. They have not replaced I know you can't replace him like fully, so then they rephrase. But they haven't even tried to get somebody in that that can try to not replicate, but be as good as close the kind of gap on that kind of situation, and just get be a striker that may not have as many goals as him, but
absolutely
like just a good striker, because they haven't replaced. So I look at the recruitment, poor. I look at the manager, poor. But having said that, and I said this to you the other day, Wycombe are not a bad. I look at their team, and I think they shouldn't be in the position they are. And then I have to look to the manager, and I have to say, well, hang on a minute. He's not showing any tactical abilities. He doesn't. The players clearly don't believe in him or have any confidence in him, and that affects the what we see on the pitch. And so for me, Wycombe have got some good players still. They're underperforming massively, and I put that down to the manager. So until that manager goes, they will be going nowhere anytime soon, because I think they should be a lot higher up than they are. No,
absolutely. I do think they've had a lot of mistakes, obviously letting some of their key players go. Obviously, Daniel Ado as well leaving to go to Salford, which is a quite surprising transfer. And obviously, you've got Joe Lowe on a free from them. Obviously, I'm very confused on what on earth they were doing with Richard Kona. We asked 8 million for him, and they turned us down. Yet they went for nearly 1.5 times the amount to QPR. Obviously, they've actually got Collie Woodrow from Luton, and obviously Fred Onyedinma when he left 2 seasons ago. And may I add, they lost to Colchester United in the EFL Trophy whilst using half of their team, and Colchester were playing half of their team.
Yeah, it's just not. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? I just look at it and just think, yeah, there's just no outlet until they change the manager.
Yeah.
That's the biggest problem for me at the moment. But yeah, look, Richard Coney. I think Richard Coney really wanted to move to the Championship, didn't he? So that's why it kind of stalled with Luton. But so yeah, he wanted to move to a Championship club. So that's where it came from. And the wages, probably QPR probably be higher wages for him, won't it, there as well? I don't know.
I mean, obviously, when Mike Dodds goes, I think it'll be better for them.
Yeah.
They have to pit themselves up, or they will be in a relegation fight. That is for sure. And that, my friends, is the end of League One. We're only going to cover a couple of teams in League Two, and then we will be on our way. Starting off with my favourite team in League Two, and that is Grimsby Town. I will be going to one of their games this weekend against MK Dons. Starting off with their transfer business, I don't know if you know anything or a lot about League Two, but just to summarise it, Christy Pym, one of the best signings Grimsby has had in quite a few years, apart from James McAtee and maybe Gavin Holohan. Joined from Mansfield on a free. Sam Lavelle joined from Carlisle. Jamie Walker went to Bradford, from Bradford on a free transfer. Clark Odor, the one who missed a penalty in the penalty shootout, and the one responsible for that £10,000 fine from the Football Association. Obviously, that happened. And Jude Sanoop Bell from, I think, the Spanish League. Yeah, where do we start? On obviously that cup run, obviously last week, but wow. Honestly, I think that's one of the biggest cup upsets we have seen in quite a while. What's your opinion for that?
I'm not getting into that game last week. For me, I think it was a case of a team in Manchester United who are massively struggling, and Grimsby wanted to win the game more, and they got themselves, they had themselves the right of the penalty shootout, and they won the shootout. And had Man United actually have a good goalkeeper, I mean, Anana, I mean, I'm sorry, did you see those penalties? About 5 of them, he had gloves to them, and he just kept going through him.
I saw this before, right? He literally wet his hands. He literally jumped on the crossbar. He jumped on the crossbar and made his hands wet.
It's embarrassing.
Why.
It's embarrassing. I mean, he's nowhere near good enough for Man United, and neither is that Bayern as well either. Shocking. It's an embarrassment, those two keepers that are United. Anyway, Grimsby deserved the win anyway, it's fair play, but I don't know. Just, yeah. Anana is so bad, yeah. He is. I mean, go down to, you get a better goalkeeper in the conference than him. I'm not even exaggerating either. So
I don't think we're either. Yeah. So move on to Milton Keynes Dons. Flying. So are Grimsby, but they are flying as well under Paul Wern. It was appointed halfway through the closing stages actually of last season. Where do you think MK Dons will finish this season?
I think they have to be up there and get promoted, because if you look at the recruitment, and you can see the direction they're trying to get to, because they're signing players that are obviously have played at higher levels, and you know what I mean, and that's how I see it. So yeah, look, MK Dons have got to put a lot of money. Well, they've got obviously wages wise, they've got a lot of free transfers this summer, but the wages that these players will be on that they recruited, I think they'll be on quite a good amount. So yeah, I think MK Dons should be up there, and if they don't get promoted, it'll be a massive failure.
So next up, Crew Alexandria. They've had a great start to the season, I may add. They are joint third And quite surprisingly, Gillingham, Chesterfield, Bromley are the top three.
That's good.
All
Yeah.
teams that have been in the conference within the last 5 years. Obviously, Bromley coming up last season. Gillingham, obviously, I think it is their fourth year in the Sky Bet League Two, and obviously Chesterfield joined 2 years ago after getting promoted from then the Vanarama National League. I mean, what do you reckon will happen this season? Obviously, with the teams, quite surprising. Seeing Accrington Stanley that far down, and obviously seeing Gillingham, Chesterfield, Bromley, and Crewe, and even Swindon that high up.
Yeah, what we're seeing in League Two here is a kind of the norm of having these teams that are usually up there. They're not up there anymore. There's a new kind of brand of League Two coming to the fruition here, and I think, you know what I mean. Obviously, like you said, the fact that these teams that were in the National League, they've shown their ambition to be up there, and now they're up there. And I know it's early on, and again, judge it after 10 games, see where they are. But I think it's good. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to see these teams that have been in the National League not so long ago are now trying to get themselves out of League Two into the obviously into the third division. So yeah, really, really good for the league, and I think it makes it more competitive as well, the league, doesn't it? If you've got teams that are coming through, and then you've got the teams that are usually playing around those playoff positions and promotion on, it makes it even better league. So look, I love watching League Two, and I love watching any football really, and I'd never sneer down on the lower leagues, and it's just football to me, and I think you can get some good football down there. Some people don't give these lower leagues a chance to watch them, and it's you get some good football down there. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling. I just think it's good for the league, and long may it continue with for sure. Yeah, that's me.
And obviously, before we do end, what is going wrong with Shrewsbury? They obviously were relegated last season from Sky Bet League One, and they haven't really got off to a good start. They're obviously 23rd with a -10 goal difference. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a lot of I know they obviously come from League One, but I just see the way they played last season. I think I think they're a kind of a League Two club, aren't they? Really, and I know they're struggling in League Two now, but again, I think it's kind of a combination of things why they're there. Again, getting relegated. Some teams do struggle. You've seen it before, haven't you, where teams, are just on that downward trajectory, and they get relegated a few times in a row, and it's hard. It's hard. So, look, hopefully they can pick themselves up, but I think they're just suffering from that relegation. It's gone into another season, unfortunately for them. But yeah.
And also, may I add, Shrewsbury have only scored 2 goals this season, and they've already conceded 12.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? If you're not scoring that many, and you're conceding as many as that in how many games? Are they on the same games League One?
6.
So it'll be like
5
6 games.
6 games.
So 6 games, 12 goals conceded. Yeah, and 2 goals scored. I mean, wow. Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's not looking good for them, and hopefully they can turn it around. But yeah.
Yeah, Aiden has implied that Onana is terrible, and you would find a better keeper than in the National League, similar to you.
I know.
But that is it for our little roundup of the EFL transfer business. I will be on here very, very soon, watching a watch along to some EFL games. Obviously, due to Luton not playing, we will be watching some League One games and Championship games. Thank you. Obviously, Ryan has been my first guest on the channel. Obviously, many, many more to come. And thank you all for tuning in. God bless you all. And some posts will be uploaded very, very soon. So if you can, that'd be amazing if you could like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And check out Ryan. Ryan's channels and social medias will be in the description below. So thank you, Ryan, again for coming on. Would you like to promote anything before we get off?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. It's been a good discussion. Really enjoyed it. So big up to yourself as well. And yeah, obviously make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, guys, to this channel. But yeah, you can find me on Huddersfield Town Fan TV on YouTube, and then obviously Huddersfield Town Fan TV on Instagram and X. So yeah, you can find me across all platforms, as I said. So yeah, if you come over, really appreciate your support. And like I said, thank you for having me on. And yeah, big up to you all in the chat, and thank you for tuning in.
Right, so just to clarify, we are doing main posts on Instagram, side quests / posts on here and TikTok. Thank you for all tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video or live stream. Goodbye.